Morning. Talking to trees. Very much so. It's windy. So hopefully this isn't so distorted. We're talking about normies today. Now, keep this in mind. When you talk about normies, you have to think about the herd mentality. It doesn't matter what the hell it is. You're literally speaking about a herd. So if you've got fear, those trigger emotions that we've already gone over, fear, anger, the mob, a lot of people associate with the mob, but that works with society in general. They could all be in different little houses, but if they're all angry or all in fear, they still act as a herd. They know how to behave via the TV set or what they read online or how other people interact with them when they go to the store or the road. Herd. Really understand that concept, the herd. Now we've gone over this on the live stream, so I'm going to try to remember all the really good points from it, but it's been a while and my memory is not as good as it used to be. So anyways, oh yes, and for those of you who don't know who you talk to, yes, 'tis me. So the herd. Now I think it was, I know it was the end of September. It was around that time frame. And it wasn't that far into it that all of a sudden Glenn Beck is scaring the teetotal shit out of his audience. Going to talk about the non-existent fiat system, the dollar's crashing, it's going to go away, nuclear bombs. Oh, what else was he talking about? Food shortages. And we're not talking about, he was using language like, things are going to get expensive, like they ain't going to be there. The shelves are going to be empty. Now, as much as we like to sit there and think that conservatives are not part of the herd, they're the herd. Group A, Group B. They are the herd. That's why they all run in sync. They're part of a herd. I've got my poodle who's with me today. He's probably going to distract me a lot. So no matter what, he's the herd. Now, when you get to these herd mentalities, you're looking for size, because the size of a herd, that was quick. The size of a herd will dictate who's got the upper hand. Even if, something as innocuous as it's not really innocuous, nukes. So you got this herd mentality on nukes. The other half wants it, the other half doesn't, because the other half doesn't realize the fallout, literally, that will come from that. So the bigger side will decide what happens. And that's where people, they watch the language and then they look around them, because that's how herds do. They look around and see what's happening. So if people are panic buying, they're going to have more fear on them nukes. If they're not panic buying, they will have less fear on the nukes. See how that works? Think herd. So Glenn Beck's scaring the shit out of them. And what do you notice? We look around, people are actually starting to get fearful of the nukes, so much so that AOC has been confronted. The very rare occasion confronted in mass that nuclear bombs are not great, and for her to stop supporting the establishment. That kind of fear I don't think they wanted, which is good for all of us thinking people and not the non-thinkers. Because we don't want nuclear weapons. We would really like to mind our own damn business and everyone else to mind their own damn business. That's what the thinkers would really enjoy. So now that we have this heightened fear on all of these things as they get closer and closer to winter, because that, I believe, just based on herd dynamics, will be the trigger. What happens at winter? Now, if they get to winter and they hit that wall, poof, and nothing really happens, what does the herd do? You see it. Go watch some herd shows. You'll see it. They start tiptoeing forward. They go real slow. Is it safe? What do we do? And so mentally, when you see all these people, when they hit winter, when they hit the winter's wall, they're going to start tiptoeing. And they're going to have, it's a heightened awareness, but on top of that heightened awareness, it's also a heightened trigger. So anything at that point can spook the herd. And what does a spooked herd does? It stampedes. That's how it goes. Heightened awareness, they know there's a predator out there. They start tiptoeing. They don't know where to go. Something triggers them. They got spooked, and the stampede sets in. It's like, oh, okay. So we got to wait till winter and see what happens when they hit this winter wall, and it's figuratively speaking. There's a winter wall. Snow comes, it gets really below freezing, or the prices in your energy bills go up because, it's the winter time, especially here in the U.S. That's how our prices work. In the winter time, we get charged up the yin-yang. And we'll see what happens. Because once they get triggered, they're either going to run straight off the damn cliff, panic buy stupid shit, or they get funneled depending on who has the control. See, that's the scary part. Will they be funneled in a direction? Or will they panic into a cliff? Now, panicking cliff is not the worst, okay? Because here's how it goes. The last ones over the cliff are going to be cushioned by all the bodies in front of them. Yeah, the people at the top normally survive jumping off a cliff if there's, a giant pile on the bottom. That's how it works. It's a nasty, nasty metaphor, but that's reality. And we like to live there because we're all sane people. And when you get that, usually you got a lot of people who learned a very valuable lesson in life. And that is not to follow the damn herd and to start using their brain. So as ugly as that cliff scenario is, it's probably the best one. The one that funnels them, well, it's funneling them into a, what you call a slaughterhouse. And that's good. That's not good for nobody. There's no goodness in that. You do not want to be funneled.